there's a paradoxically repressive force in believing in the majority as true. That is to say, for example, in things like mental illness, what is described as being mentally ill is being abnormal, being not normal to the consensus of what is normal. And anyone that's outside of the boundaries of normal is considered mentally ill. And there's scientific consensus similar to that. You know, how many believe in this law? Put up your hand, and if you believe in it, then it's a law, essentially. And the validity is the majority. In a sense, there's a bit of validity checking, of course, involved in that, but what's really true is that the majority of people believe in it within the consensus of validity checkers. So we see this kind of potential for the tyranny of the majority, where anybody outside of the majority is considered ill, even if, for example, what one speaks has more truth than what the majority is speaking about. So, of course, it's dangerous to believe in somebody that's on the outside edge of things, because it does suggest that it's abnormal, and not part of a consensus view. But there seems to be two potentials here. There's a potential for something that is more inclusive in view, something that has more truth than the consensus, and something that has less truth than the consensus view. The ones with more truth than the consensus view are oftentimes held equal to the ones that have less truth, and they're both put into being abnormal and thus, dangerous or scary or ill or that sort of thing. So this is something that needs to be addressed as society goes forward, in my opinion, that there's a spectrum that takes into account more accurate or more effortfully the notion that there's something greater than what the majority has in play, and to strive for that higher attitude and to bring up those that need help, that are struggling. See, one thing that it does do is it does tend to bring up individuals to the norm, to the average, but it pulls down those that are perhaps above average. So you get a leveling that is the tyranny itself, in a certain sense.